English Pro Max Podcast. Hey everyone, welcome back to the English Pro Max Podcast. I'm Monica and I'm super excited to be here with you today.
And I'm Joey. Great to see you all again. Well, not literally see you, but you know what I mean.
Ha! Right. We can't actually see our listeners, but we can feel your energy through the screen. How's everyone doing today?
Hopefully better than me this morning. I woke up late and had to rush through everything.
Oh no, that's the worst feeling, isn't it? When you start your day already behind schedule.
Exactly. I barely had time to grab breakfast. Just threw a banana in my bag and ran out the door.
Well, at least you grabbed something. A banana is better than nothing.
True. But it made me think about today's topic, actually.
Oh yeah, how so?
Well, when I'm rushing like that, I feel like I'm not really living. I'm just surviving, you know?
That's such a good point, and it connects perfectly to what we're discussing today. Our topic is Don't Waste Your Life.
Heavy title, right? But don't worry, we're going to make this fun and practical.
Absolutely. We're not here to stress you out. We're here to help you think about how you spend your days and maybe give you some ideas for living more intentionally.
Intentionally. That's a great word. Can you break that down for our listeners?
Sure. When you do something intentionally, it means you do it on purpose with awareness and a clear reason. It's the opposite of doing things by accident or just going through the motions.
So, like, if I intentionally wake up early to exercise, that's different from accidentally waking up early because my neighbor's dog was barking.
Perfect example. One is a choice. The other is just something that happened to you.
Got it. So today we're talking about living intentionally, not wasting our precious time.
Exactly. And before we dive deeper, we want to ask you for a quick favor.
Yes. If you're enjoying this podcast, please hit that subscribe button. Leave us a rating or review if you can.
And share this episode with a friend who's also learning English, especially that friend who always complains they don't have time to practice English.
But then you see them binge watching an entire season of a show in one weekend.
We all have that friend. Sometimes we are that friend.
Guilty as charged. Okay, so Monica, let's get into this. What does it really mean to waste your life?
Great question. I think it's important to start by saying this isn't about being productive every single second. That would be exhausting and impossible.
Thank goodness. I was worried you were going to tell me I need to optimize every moment.
No way, that's not healthy. When I talk about not wasting your life, I'm talking about being mindful of how you spend your energy and attention.
Mindful. There's another good word. What does that mean?
Being mindful means paying attention to the present moment, being aware of what you're doing and how you're feeling, rather than just operating on autopilot.
Autopilot. Like when you drive somewhere and don't remember the journey because you were thinking about other things?
Exactly. That's autopilot mode. Your body does the actions, but your mind is somewhere else entirely.
I do that all the time. Sometimes I finish my dinner and realize I didn't even taste the food.
That's a perfect example of not being mindful. You ate the food, but you didn't really experience it.
So wasting life is like living on autopilot all the time?
That's a big part of it. Yes, it's also about spending time on things that don't matter to you, that don't bring you joy or growth or rest.
Okay, so give me an example. What would be wasting time versus using time well?
All right, here's a scenario. Imagine you come home after work, you're tired, you sit on the couch and start scrolling through social media.
Very relatable so far.
You tell yourself you'll just check for 5 minutes, but then 5 minutes becomes 20 minutes, then an hour, then 2 hours.
And suddenly it's bedtime and you feel even more tired than before.
Exactly. You spent 2 hours, but you don't feel refreshed, you don't feel entertained, you actually feel kind of empty and maybe a little guilty.
Yeah, I know that feeling. It's like you borrowed time from yourself and got nothing in return.
That's a great way to put it. Now compare that to this scenario. You come home tired and you decide to take a real break.
What's a real break?
Maybe you make yourself a nice cup of tea. You sit in a comfortable chair and read a book you've been enjoying, or you call a friend and have a good conversation.
That sounds nicer already.
After 30 minutes or an hour, you feel actually refreshed. You feel like you recharged your batteries.
So the difference isn't about being productive or not. It's about whether the activity actually gives you something.
Bingo, you got it. Resting is not wasting time. Mindless scrolling often is.
Okay, I need to interrupt here because you just used a really useful phrase. Bingo?
Oh, good catch. Yes, bingo is an informal way to say exactly right or you got it. It comes from the game bingo where you shout bingo when you win.
So if someone finally understands something you've been explaining, you can say bingo.
Exactly. It's casual and friendly. You wouldn't use it in a business meeting, but with friends, it's perfect.
Bingo. See, I'm already using it.
Nice. Okay, so let's talk about some practical strategies. How can our listeners stop wasting their time and start living more fully?
I'm ready. Hit me with strategy number 1.
Strategy number 1 is to track where your time actually goes.
Track? Like keeping a record?
Yes, most people have no idea how they spend their time. They think they spent 1 hour on social media, but it was actually 3 hours.
Ouch. That hurts because it's true.
So here's what I recommend. For just 3 days, keep a simple log, write down what you do every hour.
Every hour? That sounds like a lot of work.
It's only 3 days, and it's eye-opening. You don't need perfect detail. Just rough notes like scrolling phone, watching TV, working, cooking dinner.
Okay, so at the end of 3 days, what do I do with this log?
You look for patterns. You might discover you spend way more time on certain activities than you realize.
And those are the potential time wasters?
Potentially, yes, or you might discover you barely spend any time on things that matter to you.
Like what?
Like talking to family, or pursuing a hobby, or learning something new, like English.
That's a good point. I always say I don't have time to practice guitar, but maybe I do have time, and I'm just using it on other stuff.
Exactly. This tracking exercise helps you see the truth about your time. Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power. I like that phrase. It means when you understand something, you have the ability to change it.
Perfect explanation. Okay, strategy number 2 is to set boundaries with your devices.
Oh boy, here comes the tough love.
I know, nobody wants to hear this, but our phones can be our biggest time thieves.
Time thieves. What a great expression. Things that steal our time.
Right? And phones are sneaky thieves. They're always there, always tempting us, always saying, hey, check me, maybe something exciting happened.
And usually nothing exciting happened.
Usually it's just noise, random posts, ads, drama, things that don't actually enrich our lives.
So what kind of boundaries do you recommend?
Well, here are a few that work for me. First, no phone in the bedroom at night.
Seriously? Where do you put it?
I charge it in the kitchen. This way, I can't check it before bed or first thing in the morning.
Don't you use it as an alarm clock?
I bought an actual alarm clock, a real one like from the old days.
Wow, old school.
I know it sounds extreme, but it changed my sleep quality completely. I fall asleep faster because I'm not stimulated by bright screens.
And in the morning?
In the morning, I get up and do my routine before I check my phone. I make coffee, I stretch, maybe I journal for a few minutes.
Journal? You mean write in a journal?
Yes, exactly. I keep a small notebook and write down my thoughts or plans for the day.
That's actually a lovely way to start the day. Much better than immediately seeing what chaos happened on social media overnight.
Right? Another boundary I set is phone-free meals.
Meaning you don't look at your phone while you eat?
Exactly. When I eat, I focus on the food, I taste it, I enjoy it. If I'm eating with someone else, we actually talk.
Novel concept, talking to the person in front of you.
I know, wild idea, but seriously, eating without screens helps you be more present and mindful.
There's that word again. Mindful. I'm starting to see how important it is.
It really is. Okay. What's another boundary you could set, Joey?
Maybe turning off notifications?
Yes, that's a huge one. Every notification pulls your attention away from what you're doing.
I've noticed that. I'll be reading something, then ping. A notification comes in, and I completely lose my train of thought.
Lose your train of thought. Great expression. It means you forget what you were thinking about.
Right. Like the train of your thoughts gets derailed and you can't find your way back.
Perfect imagery. So turning off non-essential notifications helps you stay focused.
What about important notifications? Like messages from family?
You can customize it. Keep notifications for calls and messages from important people, but turn off notifications for apps, news, social media, games.
That makes sense. Okay, so we've got tracking time and setting boundaries. What's strategy number 3?
Strategy number 3 is to replace passive activities with active ones.
Passive versus active. Can you explain that?
Sure.
Passive activities are things you consume without much thinking, like endlessly scrolling or watching videos you don't care about.
Stuff that just washes over you.
Exactly. Active activities are things where you're engaged, creating, learning, or growing.
Can you give some examples?
Absolutely. Instead of scrolling for 30 minutes, you could draw for 30 minutes, or practice an instrument, or write in a journal.
Or practice English by listening to this podcast.
Perfect example. Listening to this podcast is an active choice to improve your English.
What about watching TV? Is that always passive?
Not necessarily if you're watching a show you genuinely enjoy and care about. That's different from just having the TV on as background noise.
So it's about intention again, choosing what to watch versus just watching whatever's on.
Exactly. And here's another tip. If you watch something in English with subtitles, you're turning it into a learning activity.
Oh, I like that. You're combining entertainment with language practice.
Right? That's a smart use of time because you're getting enjoyment and improvement at the same time.
Okay, strategy number 4.
Strategy number 4 is to build rituals into your day.
Rituals? Like ceremonies?
Sort of. A ritual is a regular practice or routine that has meaning for you. It doesn't have to be religious or spiritual, though it can be.
Can you give me an example from your life?
Sure. Every morning I have a ritual. I wake up, I make coffee, and while the coffee is brewing, I stand by the window and take 10 deep breaths.
Just breathing?
Just breathing. I look outside, I notice the weather, I notice how I feel. It's a moment of calm before my day starts.
That sounds really peaceful.
It is, and it only takes about 3 minutes, but it sets a positive tone for the whole day.
What's your coffee ritual?
After I've had my breathing moment, I sit down with my coffee. I don't check my phone or turn on the news. I just sit and drink my coffee slowly.
Savoring it.
Yes, savoring means enjoying something slowly and fully, appreciating every aspect of it.
I like that word. Savoring. So you're savoring your coffee.
Exactly. Sometimes I'll read a few pages of a book during this time, something inspiring or interesting.
So your morning ritual is coffee, breathing, and reading?
Pretty much. The whole thing takes maybe 20 or 30 minutes, but it makes such a difference in how I feel.
I can imagine. You're starting the day intentionally instead of frantically.
Bingo. You could also have an evening ritual. Maybe you light a candle, put on soft music, and write in a gratitude journal.
Gratitude journal? What's that?
It's a journal where you write down things you're grateful for, things you appreciate about your day or your life.
That sounds nice. It probably helps you end the day on a positive note.
It really does, even if the day was hard. Finding 3 things to be grateful for shifts your perspective.
Shifts your perspective? changes the way you see things.
Exactly. Okay, we're making good progress. Let's talk about strategy number 5.
I'm ready. What's number 5?
Strategy number 5 is to learn to say no.
Oh, this is a tough one for me.
It's tough for a lot of people. We want to be helpful. We don't want to disappoint others, so we say yes to everything.
And then we end up overwhelmed and exhausted.
Exactly. We commit to things we don't actually want to do, and then we waste our time and energy on them.
So how do you learn to say no?
First, you have to recognize that your time is valuable. Every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else.
That's a powerful way to think about it.
Right? If you say yes to a meeting you don't need to attend, you're saying no to spending that hour on something more important.
Or something more enjoyable.
Exactly. So before you automatically say yes, pause and ask yourself, is this important to me? Does this align with my goals and values?
Align with. That means match up with or fit together with.
Perfect definition. If the answer is no, then you can politely decline.
But how do you actually say no without being rude?
Great question. You can say something like, "Thank you for thinking of me, but I'm not able to commit to that right now."
Simple and polite.
Right? Or, "That sounds interesting, but I have other priorities at the moment."
You don't have to give a long explanation.
No, in fact, the shorter your explanation, the better. If you give too many reasons, people will try to solve those reasons.
Oh, I see. Like if I say, I can't because I have a dentist appointment, they might say, can you reschedule it?
Exactly. So keep it brief and firm, but kind.
Firm but kind. I like that balance.
It's about respecting yourself and others at the same time.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground. Should we recap the strategies?
Yes, good idea. Let's go through them quickly.
Strategy 1, track where your time goes. Keep a log for 3 days.
Strategy 2, set boundaries with your devices. No phone in bedroom. Turn off notifications. Phone-free meals.
Strategy 3, replace passive activities with active ones. Choose engagement over mindless consumption.
Strategy 4, build meaningful rituals into your day. Morning and evening routines that ground you.
And strategy 5, learn to say no to protect your time and energy.
Perfect recap. Now let's talk about something really important that we haven't addressed yet.
What's that?
The role of rest. A lot of people think that not wasting time means being busy all the time.
Right, that's what I was worried about earlier.
But that's completely wrong. Rest is essential. Rest is not wasting time.
Can you explain more?
Think of yourself like a smartphone battery. If you use your phone constantly without charging it, what happens?
It dies. The battery runs out.
Exactly. You can't use your phone anymore. Your body and mind are the same way.
So we need to recharge our batteries.
Right? And proper rest is how we recharge. That means good sleep, relaxation, doing things we enjoy.
What about Netflix? Is that rest?
It can be if you're truly enjoying it and not just numbing yourself out.
Numbing yourself out. What does that mean?
It means using something to avoid feeling your emotions or to escape from reality in an unhealthy way.
So watching 1 or 2 episodes of a show you love is rest. Watching an entire season because you feel empty inside is numbing out.
That's a good way to distinguish them. The key is awareness and intention.
There's that word again, intention.
It keeps coming back because it's so important. Are you choosing this activity or are you just defaulting to it?
Defaulting. That means doing something automatically without thinking.
Right? Like when your computer defaults to a certain setting, it's the automatic choice.
So if I come home and automatically turn on the TV without even thinking about it, that's defaulting.
Exactly. But if you come home and think, I'm tired and I really want to watch this specific show because it makes me laugh, that's intentional.
The action is the same, but the mindset is different.
Precisely. Okay, let's talk about some other forms of rest that people often overlook.
Like what?
Like spending time in nature, going for a walk in a park, sitting under a tree, breathing fresh air.
That's rest?
Absolutely. It's incredibly restorative for your mind and body.
Restorative? That means it restores you, brings you back to a good state.
Perfect. Other forms of rest include creative activities like painting or cooking, social rest like spending time with loved ones, and sensory rest.
Sensory rest? What's that?
It means reducing stimulation to your senses, like sitting in a quiet room with dim lighting, no screens, no noise.
That sounds boring.
It might sound boring, but in our overstimulated modern world, our senses are constantly bombarded. Giving them a break is actually really refreshing.
I guess I've never tried it.
You should. Even just 10 minutes of sitting quietly with your eyes closed can make a huge difference.
Okay, I'll try it. Speaking of trying things, what should our listeners do after this episode?
Great question. Let's give them some action steps.
Action step 1?
Choose one strategy from today's episode that resonated with you. Maybe it's tracking your time. Maybe it's setting phone boundaries.
Don't try to do all 5 at once.
Right. Start small. One change is better than no change.
Action step 2?
Implement that one strategy for the next 7 days. Give it a real try.
7 days is a good amount of time. Long enough to form a habit, but not so long that it feels overwhelming.
Exactly. Action step 3. Notice how you feel. Are you feeling more present, more rested, more in control of your time?
And if it's not working?
Then adjust. Try a different strategy. Everyone is different. So what works for me might not work for you.
That's good to remember. There's no one-size-fits-all solution.
Exactly. The goal is to find what helps you live more intentionally and waste less of your precious life.
Okay, before we wrap up, let's do a quick vocabulary review for our listeners.
Good idea. We introduced a lot of useful words and phrases today.
We had intentionally, which means doing something on purpose with awareness.
We had mindful, which means paying attention to the present moment.
Autopilot, doing things without thinking, just going through the motions.
Bingo. An informal way to say exactly right.
Track, which means to monitor or keep a record of something.
Time thieves, things that steal your time without giving you value.
Lose your train of thought, meaning you forget what you were thinking about.
Savoring, enjoying something slowly and fully.
Gratitude, the quality of being thankful and appreciative.
Align with, meaning to match up with or fit together with.
Numbing out, using something to avoid feelings or escape reality unhealthily.
Defaulting, doing something automatically without conscious choice.
And restorative, something that restores or refreshes you.
That's a solid vocabulary list. If you want to practice, try using 3 of these words in sentences today.
Write them down, say them out loud, use them in conversation. That's how they become part of your active vocabulary.
Okay, I think we've covered everything. Joey, any final thoughts?
Just this. Your life is made up of days, and your days are made up of hours. If you waste your hours, you waste your days. And if you waste your days, you waste your life.
That's profound, but also remember, rest and joy and connection are not waste. Those are what make life worth living.
Absolutely. The goal is to cut out the mindless stuff and make room for the meaningful stuff.
Well said. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for spending this time with us on the English Pro Max podcast.
If this episode helped you, please subscribe, leave a rating, and share it with a friend.
Your time is valuable, and we're honored you chose to spend some of it with us.
Until next time, live intentionally and be kind to yourself.
Bye, everyone.
Take care and see you next time.